features with Livingston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Van Dahl, and he brings it to you. Creature features and all creatures and all features. And the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Gonna get you tonight.
Donna, dude looks like a lady. What?
You did play guitar in your former musical troupe, did you not?
Of course I did.
Have you ever wondered why?
I do not sound like an asthma-stricken goat. My goodness. Move from Los Angeles to the countryside and everyone becomes a musical critic. I have you both know that I've sung with some of the greatest singers of all time and they found my singing voice enchanting.
Bewildering, more likely.
Welcome to Creature Features. I'm your host, Vincent Van Dahl, or as some like to say, the artist formerly known as Vince Van Dahl. With me are my resident amateur musical critics, my haranguing handman, Mr. Livingston, and the tantalizingly tone-deaf temptress, Tangela. My purpose in singing, quite beautifully I might add, on this very night is because our feature film shall juxtapose the Frankenstein monster from its traditional male role into a ferocious femme fatale.
Not quite.
Oh, now what?
Tonight's film, Lady Frankenstein, replaces Dr. Victor Frankenstein with his daughter, Tanya.
Oh, bollocks. You mean to tell me that there will be no fair-skinned maiden terrorizing villagers in a stainless steel brassiere?
No, there will not.
Fine. Forget about the film, because joining us tonight will be a spectacular actor named Sean Whalen. You've seen this bloke in every movie ever made, including some of the most hilarious commercial adverts as well. He'll tell us what it's like working on some of the greatest movies ever and tell us about all the top secret films he's involved with at the moment. So don't go away, for it's going to be another night of Frankenstein monster fright right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned.
Hairstyling for the show is provided by Restoration Hair in Santa Rosa.
Welcome to Creature Features. It's that time of the week, you know, our favorite time. It's my favorite time. Maybe it's your favorite time. And it could be Sean Whalen's favorite time.
I'm actually positive it's my favorite time.
You know, it's my favorite time because you're here.
Thank you very much, Vincent.
Thank you for coming all the way up here.
Yeah, it's a little rough getting here. You have to, let some things go, like bravery and things like that.
Once you get in the house, yes, it is a bit frightening.
It is.
But it's all Tangela.
Oh, okay.
They claim that the house is haunted, but I think it's just haunted with Tangela's antics.
Okay.
You'll meet her later.
I will.
Anyways, the drive up, you flew up to the airport and you drove out here.
Yes, I did.
So you got to see a bit of the ocean. That's
yeah,
nice.
I did. It was nice. It was nice. And then, like I said, the weird cloud cover and the scariness that comes as you get within
keeps the home cool.
I see.
It's like a bonus refrigeration air conditioning unit.
And the chill up my bones will go away when I leave?
No.
Oh.
In fact, that will stay for some time. Probably tell you the next zip code. It's possible.
All right.
Anyway, Sean Whalen, you all know Sean Whalen. You've been in so many things.
Thank you.
I was going to make a list of your IMDb,
Okay.
and my printer was just like spitting out paper, and I said, I cannot do this. because this man is a busy, busy man. He's been in every single film you've ever seen,
There you go.
except anything before, say, 1975.
Let's call it 1990.
1990. You were a paper boy in Batman. Which Batman?
Batman Returns, the one with
Batman
Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
That had what's his head?
Chris Walken.
And then it also had Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? No, that's
No.
not. No. That's the other one.
No, that was it was
who played
Danny
Batman?
DeVito. It was Michael Keaton. It was the second
Michael
one.
Keaton.
Yeah.
All right.
It was the
like
second
him.
one in the Tim Burton series. Well, he only did 2, right? Tim
Right.
Burton only did 2, and that was the second one.
Yeah.
So,
Great films.
Yeah.
What's it like working with him?
Tim Burton?
Yeah.
So nice. I mean,
bet he's
it was great. He kept me around for because the Paperboy was like the voice of the city in their response to all the crazy stuff that would say, penguin creature is crazy, and who is the Catwoman, and so he kept me said, you know what, you're going to keep you on the payroll just in case we need you back for something. So they kept me on there for months, and I didn't work and got to do other stuff. And then when I went to the rap party, he saw me, he goes, Sean Whalen, the reason the Warner Brothers accounting department hates me.
That's wonderful.
Because, it's nice because, I got a little steady paycheck for a while, and my residuals are better. So.
And you were all over that film.
And I was all over that film anyway. So
all right, well, we're going to talk about that film and a bunch of other stuff, but we've got to get back to our film, or start it. And then when we come back, you're going to tell us everything, right?
Will do.
Absolutely everything. All right, you guys stay with us. We'll be back after the next break. Don't go away.
Bit overripe, that one. Best I could do this week. People just never die when it suits you. Do they, Doctor? Oh, beg your pardon, Baron.
You don't have to count it. It's all there.
Always is, always is. See you next week.
Lynch,
Yeah.
I may need you sooner than next week. Something very special this time.
Oh, I like that. Very special.
Yeah.
Has a ring of money to it, eh?
I want a corpse dead no longer than 6 hours. 200.
No, 500.
300.
Done. Let's say I'm a patron of science. But I can't promise.
Results, not promises.
I don't understand your trusting him so much.
Money, Charles, is a miracle drug for people like Lynch. Such a grotesque dream. Or perhaps he shall be a nightmare.
Would it matter?
Not to me, not if I can give him life. That's worth anything.
Including your own life?
Even that. To succeed in creating life is the ultimate achievement. To hesitate, to fear, to doubt now would make everything I've ever done pointless, empty. This is my life.
But to create life, should man leave that to God?
Here on Earth, man is God. Go to bed, Charles. Tanya will arrive in the morning. You'll want to look your best.
Good night.
Good night.
Charles! Well, I thought I would at least deserve a hello.
I'm sorry, Tanya. I'm very happy to see you. Your father and I were always happy to see you. Here, let me help you.
Thank you.
How lovely you look. Thomas? Thomas, come here. Thomas? Would you please take Mademoiselle's luggage? Take the luggage inside. Luggage inside, eh? Tanya? Your father is still dressing. He worked rather late last night.
As usual. Is he still experimenting with animal transplants?
Well, you know how he is. He's been at it for 20 years. He'll be at it for another 20, but tell me about the university.
Well, except for my studies, it was rather boring. But I didn't go there to socialize. Aren't you pleased? I'm like my father, stubborn. When I want something, I get it. And I did. First of my class. I'm now a licensed surgeon.
Congratulations, Doctor.
Father! Father! Oh, so
Hi,
nice to
little
see
girl.
you.
Is that the way for a licensed surgeon to behave?
This one does.
Oh, yeah, Jack Morgan. Poor son of a bitch. They're gonna hang him good. Snap his neck for sure.
What about it, Simon? You and Harry with me?
Poor son of a bitch, Jack Morgan. Never did like him, though. Neither did you, right?
I'm waiting, yes or no.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tom.
And Harry?
Where I go, he goes.
Toast to Jack Morgan. Long may he die.
But you have heard this story many times before.
It doesn't matter, Father. It's a charming story. You know, Father, The name Frankenstein still echoes through the halls of the university.
I'm not surprised, but I stopped caring about those fools when I left them with their hands clapped over their ears 30 years ago. Please sit down, Charles. Your leg must be tired.
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Was it difficult? I mean, very difficult being my daughter.
Sometimes. Mostly it was my being a woman. The professors have a lot of old-fashioned ideas about a woman's place.
I'm sure you will make a fine surgeon.
Thank you, Charles. But I do not want to be merely a fine surgeon.
What do you want?
To assist you, Father, in your work. You know, since I was a youngster, I was always interested in your experiments. Each summer when I was here, I would sneak into your laboratory.
But it was always locked.
I know. But I discovered the other way. The one through the wall, the bedroom wall.
Huh. Well, you little devil.
I was always curious. I still am. I'm curious to see how far you have progressed. And to show you my own progress.
I shall be delighted to discuss it with you, of course, as doctor to doctor.
Good. But I must warn you that my ideas are quite radical. Even more so than yours, Father.
Really?
Of course. I am my father's daughter.
You are referring to animal transplants.
Human.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best.
Hey guys, my name's Gigi Edgley. You might remember me as Chiana from the awesome show Farscape. I'll soon be coming here to the magnificent creature features to chat with Vincent, get a tour of Tangella's part of the house, and have tea with the charming Mr. Livingston.
I hope you can handle some horror.
Oh, I've seen my fair share of horror.
Perhaps, but nothing like this shambles that is Tangella's chambers.
Ooh, I'm in. See you guys soon.
You know, there's a lot of airplanes flying over us today.
Is
I wonder
there?
if there's like some emergency of some kind going on.
Maybe they might be thinking this place is kind of an emergency.
You know, they only do it when we use the fireplaces.
Oh, I see.
Because I think it's illegal now to use a fireplace. We should have an exception.
I mean, you should get someone to maybe clean them.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, we are still with Sean Whalen, actor extraordinaire.
Thank you.
He's been in lots of films, and we're going to talk about those. But I want to go back to the beginning.
Okay.
How did you get into all this?
I was the youngest of four, and to get out of doing the dishes and kitchen work, I would entertain my brothers and sisters. And by the time they were laughing and having fun and thinking I was very entertaining, the work was done, and so I didn't have to do it. And then, unfortunately, when the jig was up and they said, "Hey, we're leaving," and I said, wait, you haven't finished. And they go, "No, we left that stuff for you." And I knew that I had to find another audience.
That's right.
And so I did elementary school play of Rumpelstiltskin, directed it, started it, and when I came out from my curtain call and the crowd went nuts, I went, "Oh, I like this. This is really fun."
This is for me.
So I kept doing that through junior high school and high school, and got accepted in the theater program at UCLA and came to California and did that for a little while, and then went to the famous Groundling Theater where Pee Wee Herman, Elvira, other people started, and did that with Lisa Kudrow and the Sunday Show from Friends, and And my agents came and found me there, and that's kind of where it started. And then I studied with Jeff Goldblum's Playhouse West and Bob Carnegie, who run that school. And then I started working. And then I started working in I did a lot of commercials. And then my first film that's, got me to stop waiting tables was People Under the Stairs from Wes Craven. So that was my first big movie. I played Roach, and it was great. My tongue was cut out, so I didn't have to memorize any lines. So that was really fun.
That's great.
Yeah. So it was great, and he was amazing. And I mean, what a great first director to really work with.
And a good film for other directors to see. Right.
Yeah, it was great. And then a couple years later, I did a peanut butter commercial, Got Milk, that Michael Bay directed, where they said, "Who shot Alexander Hamilton?" And I couldn't say it. I
was
said,
that you?
Yeah, that was me.
I love that commercial.
Yeah, that was me. But it was funny because people saw me as Roach with no tongue, and then people thought, "Oh, it's the guy that can't talk."
Oh no! I bet that was short-lived.
Yeah, that was short-lived. Anyone who knows me knows I like to talk.
That was a great. That's one of the few commercials.
Yeah, it's one of the few. It was rated 13th of all time since the beginning of commercials.
I understand that these commercials make more money than you do with like the films and TV sometimes.
Well, back in that time, you could, if you had a successful one. That one was actually ran in California, and I hardly made any money on it because it's called a local state commercial. That was for a couple years, but that one was successful, bought nationally, and then you make decent money for a while.
Right.
But they have their cycle, and then they just end it.
That's true.
So it depends. But you get, because then you negotiate at a different rate. It doesn't even become about how many times they show it. They just have to pay you a certain amount. But yeah, back then you could. It's the landscape's totally changed now with internet and everything and stuff like that. So,
complicated.
But that was my first big movie, and then the milk commercial was later, and Spielberg saw it, liked it, and put me in the movie Twister. And
based on the commercial.
Based on the commercial, yeah. He saw it and really liked it, and picked me and Philip Seymour Hoffman and Jeremy Davies and Joey Slotnick and like young character actors, and we all got to go to Oklahoma and shoot Twister and stare up into the sky and pretend we're looking at tornadoes.
Well, I love that film. I want to talk extensively about that, but I'm getting the clock, so we're going to go back to the film.
All right.
And then after the break, you're going to tell us all about Twister.
Will do.
All right, we've got to hit a break right now, but we will be back soon, so you guys stay with us.
Why another 100?
This order is very delicate. There are certain people that have to be paid in advance.
What people?
Well, Baron, I can't tell you. Professional ethics.
Don't speak to me of ethics.
If you want what you want, it will cost you another 100. The way I see it, Baron, you don't have any choice.
I'll have to get it for you.
Take your time, and don't worry, I won't sit down. I wouldn't want to damage this wonderful furniture.
Excuse me. I was looking for my father.
Would that be Dr. Marshall?
It would not.
Well, I never thought the Baron had it in him.
But Dr. Marshall would.
No, not on his best night. A drink, eh?
Much too early.
Never too early. For anything.
My dear sir, you are an obnoxious man, extremely vulgar. And I'm certain that whatever you are thinking is merely fantasy on your part. I would say that you spend too much time alone in your fantasies. Be careful. It will soften your brain far quicker than whiskey.
How can somebody so lovely be such a bitch?
It depends on the company I'm with. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry. I didn't know you had a visitor.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes?
I will see you out.
Always a pleasure to talk to a lady. Good day, lady.
Father, I said I was sorry.
I heard you. 200 now. 200 on delivery. When will it be?
Very soon.
When?
They're hanging Jack Morgan day after tomorrow.
So?
So he's your man.
I don't suppose you'll be missing Jack Morgan very much.
About as much as I would miss you, Captain.
That really depresses me, Lynch, because one day you'll be shaking hands with Morgan in hell.
Oh, I'll save my other hand for you, Captain.
You don't have much time, Lynch. You're sure to make a mistake one day, and that's the day I'll own. And it won't be just jail for you. You're too clever for that. It's the hanging. That's what you want, and I'll see you get what you want. It's the least I can do.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Oh, I will.
Yeah?
I will.
Did you hear?
Doctor.
What are you doing here?
I was on my way to town and I saw the people. Why? What's going on?
Something I'd rather you not see.
A hanging.
I've never seen a hanging.
Nor will you see this one.
Now, Father, I may be a woman, but I am also a doctor. Death is nothing new to me.
This is not death, Tanya. This is legalized murder.
Maybe she should stay to see the difference.
Maybe she should.
Thank you, Charles.
Don't thank him yet.
Are you pretty, Jack?
And what if I made any difference,
Just
you
a
idiot?
short step from here.
Why didn't I ever cut your throat?
Exeunte seum clamidem conciniam circumdederum tei, et plectentes coronam vespimis expuentes in eum acceperunt arundi.
Ready.
Requiem aeternam dona ei, Domine, et lux perpetua lucea Tei. Amen.
Tanya knows about the animals.
But how?
I don't know. She asked me why you still had them, and I didn't. What are we going to do?
Not
Tanya
natural.
mustn't find out what...
Pay up, Baron.
Good work, Lynch. Good work.
Thank you.
Charles.
Go on, Turner. Earn your money. Yes, sir, Baron. I really like doing business with you. It's clean and it's quiet.
Was it difficult?
As difficult as drinking a bottle of whiskey. And you can see that's not very difficult.
How much blood?
1 liter this time. Good. Now we're ready.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't.
I was hoping you wouldn't do this.
So this is why you no longer use the animals. Human transplants.
Tanya, will you please leave?
But I can help you.
You don't understand.
I do, Father. I do. What are you going to do with the brain?
Tanya, please.
Father, will you both stop treating me like a child? I'm a doctor, a surgeon. I even think like you do.
No.
It is not impossible, Tanya.
But the heart, the brain, you have to keep them alive.
Yes, we've done it before.
Inside another human body?
We don't need a human body.
But you are going to put Morgan's heart and brain into that creature.
Tanya, no more questions.
But Father...
I don't want you to get involved. If anything should go wrong, the law would hold you equally responsible. And I don't want that to happen. Soon I'll tell you everything. Please be patient.
I'll try. Good luck.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Welcome back to the show. Mr. Sean had to step away. I think he's going to go out to his car and get a thing.
A thing, indeed.
A thing. So we're going to do letters because that's what we do, right?
Yes.
All right, let's do letters. Give me a letter. How about a letter that's not all smeared ink? Oh, I forgot. You know, when I was younger, I didn't need these silly things. Now I can't see my hand in front of me.
You didn't admit it.
And you can read without them. I find that unbelievable. All right. Hello, Creature Features. This is from Trevor Church in Eugene, Oregon. We get a lot of letters from Eugene.
A few.
No, I wonder why. I bet there's nothing else to do in Eugene. That's why. All right. Hello, Creature Features. I have questions you may be able to answer. Why do ghost hunters look for ghosts at night with the lights off? Well, that's a good question. Do you know? Why do ghost hunters hunt for ghosts with the lights off?
That's when they come out, in the dark.
Oh, see? He knows these things. Is there any specific reason that helped the investigation, or is it just to make things spooky? I think, he's got a point.
He might be talking about film.
Well, no, he's talking about ghost hunters. All right, this is a mystery we should have had on our guest last week, this letter.
The ghost hunter.
We had a ghost hunter. We're going to have more. We'll ask them. Trevor. Thanks for writing. Next up, Tangella, what in God's name are you doing? You know, she's been reading this witchcraft book, and I'm set back with this.
She's looking at the photos, I believe.
At the photos? No, she's looking at recipes. You better be careful. She's going to make a voodoo doll of you. All right.
She's done that.
Oh, she has done that, hasn't she? She made one of me as well. That's how I got my hair so long. All right, this one's from Terry Wakefield in Seattle, Washington. Is it like Northwest night tonight or something? What's going on? Are you like sorting our mail again by region? You can't do that. We need to like spread the love. All right, dear Vince, what's the chances you could show The Blob? Probably 0. It is one of my favorite movies from the 50s, and it's apparently based off a true story. 2 police officers swore they watched a mysterious purple jelly-like mass fall from the sky and dissolve instantly. Well, you know, that could have been like one of those jelly planes. You know, one of those planes that they made out of gelatin so they land softer. It's a thing. I read this in Popular Science. It's true.
Really?
Yeah. All right, please get The Blob. We'll try Terry, but probably not because the thing. All right, last letter.
Flying blob?
It's possible. How are you, by the way?
I'm still well.
Yeah, Sean's a good guest.
Quite.
He's been in a lot of TV shows. Not this guy, Sean.
He got lost, didn't he?
He did get lost. All right, this is from Barry Horner in Tampa Bay, Florida. I don't think we've ever heard from Tampa Bay.
No.
They have a nice golf course there. All right, hello, Vince. I enjoy the show, but I can stop staring at your pants. I love your pants. My pants. I wouldn't be able to live without having those pants. Would you be interested in selling those pants to me? I could throw in a pair of 501s to sweeten the deal. Let me know if you're interested, Barry Horner. Barry, that's one of the strangest requests I've ever received. No, you cannot have my pants. I'm wearing them. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, that's it for mail. If you'd like to send us mail, send it to the address you see under here. If you'd like to send something in the post, like a gift or like a blob airplane, send it to this address you see here.
Oh, please.
We'll be right back with Sean, but first let's get back to the film.
Is everything ready?
Ready.
I hope Mr. Morgan's brain is as cooperative.
It will be, Charles. And so for the past 20 years, my experiments with animal transplants have been pointed to this week. All the abuses I have endured from my friends, all the accusations against my sanity, and worse, will be thrown into their sanctimonious faces.
Looking for something?
There's clouds. I need a storm for my final step, an electrical storm. For only lightning will give the creature life. That's why I haven't transplanted the heart and the brain. Oh, I can keep them alive indefinitely in the laboratory, but once I transplant them, they'll survive only a few hours, unless activated by lightning.
I want to see how you keep them alive.
You shall.
You will succeed, Father.
I will. I promise you I will. And the medical world will be brought to its knees.
I want that so much. To see you realize your dream. Something that no one will ever take away from you.
They won't have to. I'll give it to them. Gladly.
Doctor, quick. Just below the cortex.
In the white matter?
No, further down, in the gray matter. See? The hypothalamus is damaged. It's no good, Doctor. It must be repaired.
There isn't time.
We must make the time. You cannot use a damaged brain.
To what extent is it damaged? Perhaps it's minor.
And if it isn't, the hypothalamus is the main center of the automatic nervous system. You may be creating something that cannot function. What good would that be? To give it life and just let it lie there, nothing more?
We'll have to take that risk.
What about anger and pleasure? Two emotions connected to the damaged part of the brain. Two vital emotions. Either one in excess could be devastating. Correct the damage first.
There isn't time, Charles. Every minute cuts into the life of that heart. 20 years. I can't throw away 20 years by minutes.
But think, Doctor.
Think, no. Instinct. Instinct changes the world, not thought. And my instinct tells me to transplant that brain right now. If you won't help me, I'll do it alone.
Very well, then.
Thank you, Charles. be fine. Bands will be done. I want him to live.
Portions of Creature Features are brought to you by the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. Explore the mystery at winchestermysteryhouse.com.
Welcome back to the show. Twister,
Yes.
I love this film.
Yeah, it was ILM's big experiment after they'd created the Jurassic Park dinosaurs. They wanted to take it to another level, and doing tornadoes was really hard for them because it's so layered, and so it was the big mix with ILM and Spielberg executive producing and Jan de Bont, who just did Speed, and they put it all together for Twister. So very exciting.
One of the most fantastic films.
Yeah,
you know, it was such a simple concept.
Yeah, and I think people just didn't know. I personally didn't know about storm chasing until that movie.
No, most of us did not.
And it, no pun intended, blew up after that.
Oh yeah. No, it's a thing.
It's a thing. It became a thing because of that movie. Yeah,
I've been tempted.
Yeah, that is true, right? You can do a trip down there and chase them. And I came the day after that the main group went. I think Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt and Philip Seymour Hoffman, a few people went with the Storm Chasers, but man, they are a crazy bunch.
Oh, I imagine
they are a crazy bunch.
You have to be to chase a tornado.
Yeah, well, they were sitting there saying, well, okay, so we had a day with them, and they were like, okay, look, now it's getting big with debris. It's big with debris. Now you can see a lot of stuff, and we're like, isn't debris like cars and people and stuff, and they're like, yeah, but isn't it cool? So we're like, wow, they are very excited about tornadoes.
Now, you portrayed like a scientific guy.
Yeah, we were in charge, myself and Alan Ruck were in charge of the maps. We were all supposed to be kind of grad students, science, weather grad students, studying NORAD and, trying to get the Dorothy to read the internal workings of a tornado so they could get more of a warning system.
Right.
But it was fun. We were there for 6 months in Ponca City, Oklahoma. But it was one of Philip Seymour Hoffman's first big leading roles, and I got to work with him, which was a pleasure, and Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. But man, you drive down a dirt road for 3 miles, you stop, you turn the trucks around, drive back, turn again, 3 miles, it took forever.
So you never actually saw an actual tornado, though?
No, I saw I guess, there's levels of it. And there was one time we definitely saw like a dark cloud coming over, and they come really quick. They blow by quickly. But there was one time that they said, yeah, maybe you guys should take cover. And we said, why? And they go, look, and you could actually slowly start to see the turning happening. And then, there would be like 3 or 4 steps after that before a funnel actually dropped, but it was definitely intense. So, but we tried to. The whole idea of the set was to move to every location we could to actually have bad weather. So instead of avoiding bad weather, we tried to find it.
You need those dark skies.
It's hard to exactly.
What year was that film?
96. So we filmed in the summer of 95.
So they didn't have like all the big CGI they use now.
Well, they were right, exactly. It wasn't as easy. It was their first time to step out and try that. So they had just succeeded, like I said, in the dinosaurs, and they wanted to take it to a different level. So.
All right. Well, we're going to get back to the show, but when we come back, we're going to talk about other stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you guys stay with us. We shall be back soon. Don't go away.
Charles. You're right. I should have taken time to repair the brain damage.
It probably wouldn't have made any difference. The effect of the damage would only show after the brain was reactivated.
We'll never know. And to never know is more frustrating than failure.
Take a long rest, Doctor. Then we can begin again.
I'm afraid not. No use trying to make me feel better. It's too late for me, Charles. Perhaps Tanya will succeed. Will you help her?
Of course. But wait and see how you feel in a month or so. You may change your mind.
I'll feel the same. I don't even know if I want her to attempt it.
A moment ago you did.
That was just self-indulgence. The whole experiment, really.
No, it wasn't.
Who can say, Charles? Perhaps there are some things man should leave to God. Never thought I'd hear myself say. He's alive. Step back, Charles.
If this is really only taking place in our minds.
Sit up. Sit up! Stand. Stand!
Get it.
Come forward. Come forward. Another step. Another step.
Tanya. Tanya? He's done it. It's alive. It's alive.
Oh, Charles. Oh. You're going to have to tell me all about... Footsteps.
Tanya, be quiet, please.
My father. What about my father? Father.
Tanya. Tanya.
I'm all right now, Charles.
I've got to get the police.
No. Not yet.
Tanya, I must.
Do you want to disgrace my father?
Your father's dead and you're worried about his name? You cannot keep this from the police.
Not his death. Only the creature.
That's impossible. What if it kills again? Its brain is damaged. I warned your father, but... Tanya, no. We must tell Harris.
Yes, tell him. But tell him it was a robber.
But there is Morgan's body.
What did you do with the other corpses?
The lie tank.
Put Morgan in it. Then you can go to Harris. Please, Charles.
I don't know, Tanya. What could you hope to gain?
Time. Time to think of some way to save my father's reputation. Please, Charles. Didn't you love him?
You know I did.
So do it for him.
Mm-hmm. Animal organs, I believe.
Yes, of course. My father has been experimenting in animal transplants.
Very interesting. You saw this robber. A big man, you say? Yes, he would have to be a very big man. Big enough to... What did he steal?
Nothing as far as I can tell. I haven't had time to check everything.
My father must have surprised him.
I would think it was your father who was surprised. But, what would a robber be doing in a laboratory?
He wouldn't have known it was a laboratory. He must have seen the light and he wanted to investigate.
Perhaps. You said he was a very big man. How big would you say?
I don't know. I was asleep.
At least half a foot taller than you, Captain.
Really? That would make him more than 7 feet tall. Are you sure, Dr. Marshall?
Well, half a foot then. After all, he was running away when I saw him.
I thought you said you saw him with the Baron earlier.
Yes, but all that registered in my mind then was this hulk of a man gripping the Baron.
And then you entered a few moments after this robber killed the Baron.
I tried to stop him, but he threw me aside quite easily, and I couldn't...
And that was the time when you saw him run out?
Yes.
But you weren't hurt?
No, I wasn't.
How very fortunate. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure this has been quite an ordeal for both of you. Oh, by the way, the young man...
Thomas.
Thomas. Where was he?
He doesn't live here. He comes each morning very early.
Thank you.
He didn't believe us.
Of course he did. He just tried to impress me. You were marvelous, Charles. Thank you.
What now?
Now we wait.
Hello, this is Linton calling from Forest Grove, Oregon. I love your program, and I would like to see Bikini Planet again. Thank you.
Portions of Creature Features are brought to you by the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. Explore the mystery at winchestermysteryhouse.com.
Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, we are with Mr. Sean Whalen, who is an amazing actor. He's been in so many things, and one of those things he was in was Lost.
We're gonna get through this.
How are any of us gonna get through this? Did you hear what I just said? We can't even get fired.
Yes.
You know, I think I watched that entire series 3 times.
Really?
3 times.
And then, does it hold up? Does it hold up every time?
You know, it gets. There was the one. The second to last season was
a little wacky.
Stupid. No, I think somebody went on vacation that was critical to that production.
I see.
And then they came back for the last season.
Yeah.
But your character...
Yes, mine was Neil Frogert, and it was Adam Horowitz and Eddie Kitsis, 2 guys that I met on the show As Life as We Know It in Canada, and we struck up a friendship on the couple nights we were shooting up there, but they always remembered me, and they thought, oh, wouldn't it be great if this kind of character that I played in Canada was stuck on this island, nerdy and annoying. And so they kept trying to pitch me to bring me in. So the way they did that was drop my name in through previous seasons.
Right.
People would talk about me. And then finally, I remember seeing an episode where the island disappeared, the season. I was a huge fan. The island disappeared. My friend Jeremy Davies from Twister was in it. And the island disappeared. And then 6 weeks later, I got a phone call saying, you're going to go do Lost. And then next thing you know, I was in the boat, shooting the next season. Fabulous. And it felt like I crawled in through the television. It was so weird to...
That quickly
to be on the set of something that you just saw. So that was really crazy.
And they sent you to Hawaii to do that.
Yeah, sent you to Hawaii. And I mean, when you're a fan of a show and you walk on the set and you see the beach and everything, it was really exciting. But
I understand that beach was just like part of like a public place.
It's tiny. It's just a tiny little beach, yeah. And Danny Roebuck, a friend of mine as well, a big horror person, he said that, or he was known as Dr. Arse with one of the best deaths. He explodes because he had the nitroglycerin. And they said him and I, which is fun because we're good friends, had the best deaths because I scream, you know, that there's no fire, where is the fire? And a flaming arrow comes and hits me right in the chest and burns me up. But I'll tell you, when I got the script, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be on the island forever. This is great. And next thing you know, you go, arrow hits him in the chest, and I go, maybe I jump in the water, and it goes, and he falls down dead, and you're like, dope. But they actually did bring me back and a flashback in the alternate universe from season 6. So I got to do 4 episodes. It was awesome.
I bet that was frightening as an actor on that show to just know you could be dead next week.
Yeah, I think that's when it kind of started. I think Lost was one of the first ones that had a carelessness about you never know, you know. So, I mean, you're so excited to be on the show, but I was kind of sad that I died so fast. But it was a very fun, memorable role. Yeah, people talk to me about that all the time. I've had fan art made about it. And yeah, it's great when I go to shows and things. So
that's fabulous.
It's fantastic.
All right, speaking of roles, we have to roll back into this film. But when we come back...
Good transition.
It works. But when we get back, you're going to tell us about another movie you're in, right?
All right.
All right. You guys stay with us. We shall be back after the break soon.
It's useless, Tanya. You won't find a solution there. There isn't one anywhere.
I have the solution, Charles. I'm only looking for a way to make it happen. Will you help me?
If I can.
Will you help me?
I cannot commit myself until I know what you consider the solution.
Another creature.
Tanya, it took your father and me 3 years to construct the first one.
Mine will take less than 3 weeks.
Even if it took 3 hours, it would be too late.
Then there's been another killing.
2. I didn't want to tell you. I was in town today. Everyone in the village is speaking about the monster. That is what they call your father's life's work, a monster, and they're right.
They are not right. My father was a genius, and his creation will...
It will do nothing but kill. You don't understand. Even without the damage to the brain, the creature has the mind of a murderer. It kills for the sake of killing. It must be destroyed. And Harris will destroy it.
How can a man destroy it? No, Charles. There's only one solution. To create a second creature.
You'll be creating another monster?
Not a monster. An executioner. Our creature will kill my father's murderer.
No, it's impossible. Even if you found the right brain, your creature, despite the superhuman strength induced by the lightning, it would need a physical body strong enough to support it. Where would you find such a man?
And that's my proposition. 500 pounds if you find me the right person.
Yeah, well, what makes you think I can?
My father told me. It's all written in his diary. He gave you a lot of money in the 3 years.
I don't want money from you.
I see.
I knew you would. Just for one night. Then I'll find you your man. It won't cost you a thing.
It will. I feel nothing but repulsion for you.
I don't give a damn how you feel about me. It ain't your feelings I want.
Your price is too high.
Then go peddle your money elsewhere.
I think Captain Harris would find my father's diary very enlightening.
My selling corpses wouldn't surprise anyone, but your father buying them, now that would give everybody plenty to talk about, eh? Wouldn't it, miss? Now, think about it. No one else can help you. No one. After all, what's one night out of your life? It can't kill you. And after, you can take a bath and everything will be brand new again.
I'll kill him. I'll kill him!
You need a drink, Charles. I don't see why you're so upset. A man like Lynch cannot be taken seriously.
Still, I would kill him for even suggesting that
Thank you, Charles. I didn't know that you felt so much about my reputation. I'm sorry. Of course you do. You are a gentleman. And so you only think of me as untouchable.
You're wrong.
Am I? Do you ever think of touching me?
Tanya, please.
Does it really bother you to know that a man like Lynch desires me?
No. Only that he was vulgar enough to reveal it to you.
You never really believed in my father's dream. You only stayed because of me.
What if I did?
Then why didn't you tell me? Because you were afraid. You've always been afraid. You are afraid now. We don't need Lynch. All we need is each other. I found him. Thomas.
Thomas?
Yes, Thomas. Physically, he's perfect. His body's strong and beautiful. Be honest, wouldn't you like to have such a body?
What does that have to do with me?
Everything, because you love me. I know you do. But you've never done anything about it. Instead of your love for me giving you strength, you let it melt your spine.
Stop
you
it.
let it fester inside of you until all
Stop.
you could do was to look at me with those weird, hurt eyes. With the eyes of an old man. With the eyes of a cripple who could never even dream that I could love him.
Could you? Could you love me?
Yes. If you look like Thomas.
Then love Thomas!
I can't love Thomas. He hasn't your mind. Think of it. Think of me. Think of possessing me. Would you like to have my body bend to you? Would you like to make love to me?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You can. I can make it possible.
My brain and my heart in Thomas's body.
His heart is as gentle as yours. Thomas, with your brain, there's a man I could truly love.
No. I won't kill Thomas for you. I'm not a murderer.
You were ready to kill Lynch.
That was different.
Murder is murder. Do it, Charles. I'll help you. I'll be your wife. I'll give you everything. Very much.
I've had that ring for a long time. I'd never dared hope to see you wearing it.
Good morning, Charles. Don't think of Thomas now. Think of him after. The way he will be.
In here. Come. In here. He's in there. It's a terrible sight. It's a terrible sight. Oh, terrible. Terrible sight. Blood in my life. I'm here. I don't want to look at him again. Lynch, you cheated me.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best.
Tom Lynch is dead.
Last night. Killed by the same man who murdered your father. And Lynch wasn't robbed either, Miss Frankenstein.
It's Mrs. Marshall now.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. And this man, anyone seen him? Anyone still alive?
The young man who was with Sarah Wills, John Masters.
And this Mr. Masters, what did he see?
He claims it wasn't a man. He said it was a monster. But he was too frightened to satisfy me. However, there's one more witness I would believe.
Who is he?
Seth Atkins' son. He saw the murderer kill his mother. But the lad's in shock. If and when I'm ever able to talk to him, I'll...
Poor boy.
Sorry to bother you, Mrs. Marshall.
I'll see you out, Captain.
Thank you. You know, I've been wondering, Mrs. Marshall, why would you visit Tom Lynch, especially at his place, and at night?
The Baron owed him money, and my wife went to pay it back.
Wouldn't it have been better to send for him?
Really, Captain? A man like Lynch here?
Of course. But then I would think Dr. Marshall should have gone, not you.
It was my father's business which made it mine. Nobody else's.
Quite. What I don't understand is why would your father owe Lynch money?
I find your probing thoroughly impertinent.
It always is. Thank you again, and good night. Oh, one thing more. You don't believe in monsters, do you?
Of course not.
I do.
Wait till we've finished.
You're worse than Lynch was. Hey, Jim, you sure Dr. Marshall will want it?
Am I sure? Sure, I'm sure. Whatever the Baron was doing with the corpses, Dr. Marshall was helping him. So it must be sure that he's still doing what they were doing. He'll thank us good.
To hell with his thanks.
He'll thank us good.
Money, as long as he pays us good. Come on, this ain't my favorite way to make a living.
Hey, I ain't gonna...
Shh, Jim, shut up. Listen.
I don't hear nothing.
Captain. I was here early, like always. I keep a clean place, you know. I always clean it every morning when I come.
I see. Thank you very much, Mr. Stone.
Clean it up, yes, sir. I always try to keep a clean place. That's what I
Yes,
keep.
I understand.
A nice, quiet place.
Thank you very much.
Great
That'll
promise.
be all.
Doesn't make any sense. It's
It's beginning to make a lot of sense. Get those shovels. Dig it up. Then dig up every one of them dated within the last 2 months.
Just what do you expect to find, sir?
Not a damn thing.
That's better, isn't it? Sit down, Thomas. Sit down. That's it. You actually do understand what's going on, don't you? May I help you, young lady?
Oh, good day. I'm looking for my brother.
Your brother? You must have the
Tommy.
wrong...
Thomas Stack.
Ah, he's not here. Have you tried at his home?
I went there first.
I've not seen him for a few days. Perhaps he's gone on a trip.
Tommy? Where would he be? He was never out of the county.
It's possible. Perhaps my father's death had something to do with it.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Yes, Thomas was very fond of him, and his death must have shocked him.
Oh, yes, perhaps.
I'm really sorry, but I can't help you. I'm sure Tommy will be here soon. Are you living at the inn?
I shall be.
Ah, fine. I'll tell him. He'll be so happy to see you.
Thank you,
Mrs. Marshall.
I'm so sorry to trouble you, Mrs. Marshall.
Oh, no trouble. We're all very fond of your brother.
I'm sure you are. Good day.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Welcome back to Creature Features. We are still with Mr. Sean Whalen, who was just telling me he did a film, Three from Hell.
Yes, with Rob Zombie. His third sequel from Night of a Thousand Corpses to Devil's Rejects, and this is the third in that trilogy, Three from Hell.
Now, I have not seen this film yet. What role did he give you?
I get to play someone with Baby who runs into her and thinks that I'm going to have a good time with her because I'm in an area with a lot of women of the night, and I think she's one of them, and she likes playing that, and then she tricks me into saying, hey, we're going to party, but the party turns out to be one with a large knife.
Oh no.
And it doesn't end well for me. But it was really, it's a really fun role. I was with a friend of mine on another horror film, Laid to Rest. We met Jason Trost and his brother Brandon Trost. They made a fun movie called The FP, kind of a B movie.
Right.
Brandon was shooting Halloween 2 with Rob. Rob saw the movie and goes, oh, I like that guy. Called me up. I went out and did that. We remained friendly over the years, and then he called me up and said, hey, do you want to come do Three from Hell, the Devil's Rejects sequel? And I was like, of course I would.
Fabulous.
Yeah, and we actually had so much fun that we actually wrote the scenes together on the day. He liked what I was doing with my character. I had 2 scenes. In the second scene, he said, you know what, I like what you're doing. Let's come up with something. So Rob and his wife, Sherry Moon, and myself wrote the second scene, and he kept the whole thing in. I thought it was going to get cut out, but it was great. Yeah, it was really fun. He's a great guy.
I imagine you don't get to do that too often.
No. I mean, I did it on the movie Never Been Kissed with Drew Barrymore. They let me write my own stuff, but it was fun. It was really, really great.
Do you see yourself going to like the writing side of things someday when
I'm
you're done
actually
with the
writing a movie right now about a lonely guy, and I'm shooting in September. It's a comedy horror about a guy who runs a laundromat who takes those leftover socks, and bleeds and sweats and cries into them, and they turn into a sock monster that kills for revenge.
That is fabulous. And now I take it you're the guy?
I'm the guy, yeah.
It's nothing like writing your own role, right?
Exactly.
That's
right?
fabulous.
Yeah.
Is this going to be like big distribution, or is
well,
this just
right
a little
now I'm
indie
doing
thing?
a little half-hour version of it, and then use that as a calling card to get the financing for the bigger version. But
well, you know, if Hollywood doesn't buy it, you could run it on our show.
Thank you
We'd
very
be happy
much.
to run
That
any
would
of your
be great.
films.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's get back to this film, and when we come back, we're going to find out what you're doing next, right?
All right.
All right, off we go. You guys stay with us. We will be back soon.
Tonight, you and I will help Thomas to become a whole human being. And my father, he will live again, but with the fame he was meant to have. Charles?
I liked him, Tanya. I really did.
Think of tonight, Charles. Only of tonight.
People are talking. They're saying that Baron Frankenstein is responsible. They're saying that he created that monster.
It killed him, remember?
But it didn't kill his daughter.
What does she have to do with it?
Well, you know how people are, Captain, especially when they're scared. Right now, they're so scared they may do anything. Just anything. Something real crazy, maybe. To them, the name Frankenstein is 6 leagues below Satan himself. And they don't care who's wearing it. Come on, John.
What's wrong? You can't change your mind now. It's too late, Tanya. I killed Thomas. You've got to make the means justify the end, for my sake.
What if I fail? Charles,
Then you fail. I'd rather give my life to you than to the hangman. Is everything clear? No questions.
No questions.
Remember that I love you.
I'll remember.
Now smile for me. That's the last thing I want to see. Thank you. Now begin.
I do not appreciate your intrusions, Captain.
I'm trying to find your father's murder, Mrs. Marshall, and I don't see how that could be an intrusion.
Of course, you're right. Please forgive me. I've been up all night with my husband.
Then he's seriously ill.
It could be. He's resting now, and after my breakfast, so will I. Have you made any progress, Captain?
Not much, but the murderer has. 2 more men have been killed, Jim Turner and Bill Jessup. They worked for Lynch. Oh, you wouldn't know them. They're not exactly the kind you'd invite to tea.
Everything is ready, my darling. Do not be afraid. Soon we'll be together again. They all rejected my father's life's work. Now they'll see. I can't hear you, darling. I can't. You're alive. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, darling.
It's true, Julia. I've seen it.
And you think that Tommy is somehow involved with this monster?
Well, not in creating it, but I think he found out about it by chance.
And Mrs. Marshall? She's part of it, too?
Yes, she's lied too many times not to be.
And she and Dr. Marshall, they would have to kill Tommy, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they?
Maybe not. Who would believe Tommy?
I would. You would too, Paul.
Damned if he isn't headed straight for the Frankenstein estate. Let's go, John.
Hairstyling for the show was provided by Restoration Hair in Santa Rosa.
When I remove the stitches and your hair grows back, no one will see the difference. In the meantime, this wig will do perfectly. Now, Charles, put your hands like this. When I release the paper, you try to catch it between your hands before it reaches the floor. But you must look into my eyes. Bravo, Charles. Reflex is perfect, pulse normal. Everything. How could I possibly know our storm would come in time?
Of course you couldn't.
One thing more, Charles. You see that heavy table over there?
That one?
Go and lift it. Go on, Charles. Lift it.
All my life I've wanted to do something like that.
You can now, Charles. You're a young man again. Handsome, strong, intelligent, and beautiful man.
Mrs. Marshall! Mrs. Marshall!
What is it?
Captain Harris, I insist on seeing you.
You must see him, Tanya. He'll just keep on coming back. Come on. Go and see him. Hurry.
I must see Dr. Marshall.
Impossible. He's still extremely ill. I cannot.
I'm not asking your permission.
Please, Harris, this is a...
Yes, it is,
I
Mrs.
shall
Marshall.
report you to your
You
superior.
do that.
Please leave my home.
Not until I see your husband.
Really, you have no right, Captain Harris. My husband is very ill.
That's far enough, Captain. I'm sorry, Captain, but my illness is quite contagious. You shouldn't risk coming any closer.
I want to speak to you alone.
Whatever you have to say, I want my wife to hear it.
Very well. I came to warn you about the monster that you and Baron Frankenstein created. I hold you responsible in the deaths of 8 people, including the Baron.
Of course you can prove it.
If I could, I would be here to arrest you. I know that you are my proof. I want you alive, Doctor.
Why should anyone want to kill my husband?
Not anyone. Only the monster he helped to create. Of those killed, 4 were responsible for giving it life. You, Doctor, are the 5th and last.
That's absurd, Captain. How could Lynch and those other 2
By
men-
providing your father and your husband with corpses. I don't have to tell you how they were used.
How else are we to know what you are talking about?
Those jars in the laboratory, it won't be difficult to prove they contain human organs and not animal. No, Doctor. You never considered the creature might not appreciate your miracle. That's why he killed the Baron, the 3 other men. That's why he must kill you.
Why didn't he kill Charles when he killed my father?
Because your husband wasn't in the laboratory at the time.
This is the most extraordinary fable I've ever heard. You really disappoint me, Captain. A robber killed the Baron. As for those other 2 pyramids of integrity, anyone could have had sufficient reason to kill them. Perhaps it's your incompetence that's led your imagination awry. I suggest you take a look.
Very well. I've warned you. Remember, lies can't keep you alive, Doctor. But I can.
Your concern is a great comfort to me. Good night, Captain.
I don't know what you've done with Thomas, but I'll find out. And when I...
We must get away tonight, Charles.
No, Tanya.
But, darling, Harris and his men will find the monster. They'll destroy it.
They don't know how. I do.
Every available man, Peter. I want this place surrounded. And make sure the men tell no one, especially their wives. Now, hurry.
Yes, sir.
It'll find me. Tonight. Tonight it will be here.
Charles. Show the world that my father didn't fail, that he wasn't insane. Think of us, Charles. The power, the fame.
No, I must kill it.
Yes, you're right. Kill it.
Why did you change your mind, Tanya? Because you know that no matter which of us survives, you still win? You do know. You've always known.
Good boy, Charles!
Captain Harris. See if he's dead. Just unconscious. All right, let him close. Let's go!
You love me. You love me. Me. I belong to you. Yes, Thomas. My love.
So, Tangella, what is your favorite film that Sean was in? Batman. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Tim Burton. She likes every single Tim Burton film.
She does.
And you've never seen Lost. You know, you should watch Lost. I think you would like Island movies if you'd watch more of them.
Yeah.
They're nice.
She could use the sun.
She does get out in the sun quite a bit.
Oh, she does.
This is her when she's tan.
Oh, really?
Right. Yeah.
It's glowing.
No. She's luminescence. She luminesces our lives. All right, Sean. Well, what do you got going on next?
I am shooting a vampire movie called Beneath Us All.
We love vampire films.
Yes, and there's a kind of a triangle between me being a mean father to a young girl, and she befriends a mean vampire. My friend Jan Birch from People Under the Stairs. First time that we will be playing together. Since then for 28 years. So it's very exciting. Yeah, that's going to be shooting in Michigan. So I'm very excited about that.
We're going to look out for that one.
Yeah.
We've got to have you back so you can show us a clip.
Yes.
Because it's not ready yet, right?
No,
not even close.
It'll be a while. Yeah.
All right. So how do people find out more about you?
I am everywhere at Sean Whalen Actor. That's on
Sean Whalen Actor.
Instagram, Facebook, and there's a Facebook page, and Twitter, and what else is there? Well, anyway,
that's
Sean Whalen.
Those are the ones that count.
Those are the ones that count.
There's a few obscure ones, but
yes,
yeah. That will lead you to those.
Yes,
well,
they will.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, Sean.
Thank you for having me. I
No.
wish you would have turned the heat on for some reason. It was quite
You
chilly.
Typically in the winter, we have like a nice southern sun coming in.
I see.
Not today, so.
And that bone chill you said isn't.
That's all her fault.
Oh.
She has that effect on people.
I think she's mad that I said something about the tan.
No. She admires her pale, pasty skin.
All right.
Thank you again for coming. We shall see you again soon. As far as you guys go, thank you so much for staying up late and watching films with us and talking to special guests, because it's always so much fun to have you with us, because if you weren't with us, we'd just be sitting here making fun of Tangella, right? And we can't do that. We'll see you next time. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. So, Sean.
Yeah.
This film, this sock puppet thing, monster film you're making.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should find a role in it for me.
That would be great if we were shooting a scene in Bodega Bay, but we're not.